This is a compound interest question which is split into two parts. The calculation is split into two parts. Liam invests £8,000 in a savings account for 4 years. We expect that when we invest money, that our money increases. So this will be an increase. The savings account pays compound interest at a rate of 4.5% for the first year, so that will form the first calculation, and 2.75% for subsequent years. This will be from year 2 to year 4. So for this kind of question, there are common misconceptions which I will call your attention to when we get there. So firstly, we need to multiply £8,000 by a multiplier. Our multiplier will be 100% plus 4.5%, which is 104.5%. We do know that percent means you're dividing by 100, so it's 104.5 divided by 100, which is the same as 1.045. I have done some videos on how to change percentage to decimal. Our multiplier is a decimal. Okay, if it's a decrease, you will be subtracting. Okay, so for year 1 or first year, let's call it the first year, it will be £8,000 times by the multiplier 1.045. It's going to be a calculator question, so we'll get our calculator out, times 1.045, and that should yield £8,360. So that's the first part, which most students get right. Okay. Now I will address the misconception in subsequent. So for second, third, and fourth year, multiplier will be 100% plus 2.75%, which gives us 102.75%. And as a decimal is 102.75 divided by 100, which gives 1.0275. So that's our multiplier. Now, what is the misconception? Misconceptions are misunderstandings. What you think might be right is not correct. So in this case, what is the common misconception? As an examiner, I have seen students do £8,000 times the multiplier. And because we're talking about 3 years to the power of 3. I'm just going to work that out on a calculator. So it's 8,000 times 1.0275 to the power of 3, in which case the student will be getting 8,678.32. Six, 7, 8.32. Why is this wrong? Because the student has taken the 8,000 from the original amount that was put in the bank. But we need to take note that the money had already grown after the first year. So this is the amount in the bank after the first year. Amount in bank after first year. So that is the amount that we ought to be calculating a compound interest for, not the 8,000. So the correct calculation would be 8,360 pounds times by 1.0275 to the power of 3. So let's have a look at what that is on our calculator. 8360 times by 1.0275 to the power of 3 should give us 9,068.84. 9,000, I beg your pardon. 9,068.84. So this is the amount after the for 3 years, for year 2, 3, and 4. Now the question asks us for the value at the end of 4 years. So that is the final answer. After the first year, Liam will have 8,360 in his account, and then if you multiply it by 1.0275, it will increase. And then if you multiply by the answer by 1.275, it will increase again. And if you multiply that answer by 1.275, the final answer you will get is this 9,068, but we're not multiplying in steps by 1.0275. We have used a formula where we just multiply 1.275 by the power of 3, and that's the final answer.